To Wrestling Days, and welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for this watch along, this Armageddon 1999 watch along. I hope everyone is okay. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see me and everything's good on that front. So yes, obviously we're just going to wait a moment and allow people to shuffle through as we head towards this special watch-along. We have been doing quite a few Total Divas watch-alongs on a Thursday, but we've actually got a very, very interesting wrestling show for us to enjoy this week. It's on the WWE Network. It is Armageddon 1999, and some of the matches look really, really intriguing. I will have seen this pay-per-view, and I honestly can't remember this pay-per-view. If I have seen it, I've seen it once. I saw it in 1999, and that would have been it. I mean, this is not a pay-per-view that I've revisited. So I am looking forward to this because, honestly, I don't know what to expect. I can't remember it from all the pay-per-views that I've experienced in my life. This one just does not stand out or resonate or anything. Except I did have a little look earlier to do some research, see if I could find out some facts for you. And I did find out something about this pay-per-view that I do remember. And I can honestly say I was sat there when I found this out earlier, and I was thinking about C Wrestling, and I thought to myself, you absolute bugger. You absolute bugger. And I'm only saying this because I've already seen that he's in the chat. So I know he's here. I know he's watching. He knows what he's done. He knows what he's done. And I'll tell you what he's done. Right? I'll tell you what he's done. This has boobage in it. Right? I'm warning you right now. This show has got boobage. Right, I do remember that part, right? The boobage part. No surprise, I remember that part. But yes, I did not know when we were doing the vote that it was this show. It just did not resonate with me at all. Just, it's not a show that I remember. But there is brief boobage in the show. Now, I am telling you, there we go. Look, there he is. I know you know. As soon as I saw that, I was like, so that's why. Because I thought, I've got to admit, I thought it was strange that you was going for this. But then you're cheeky, because you did say, I think it was when we were doing the vote, oh, I'm just really interested to know if people still think this is a mid-card. People thought this was just a mid-card pay-per-view, and I'm just really interested to know if people still think it's a mid-card. That's not what it's about. You just want to make us all watch boobage. So onto your game. Well, when I say I'm so onto your game, I'm like about a mile behind to the point where we've now actually got to watch it. But you know what I mean? I'm onto the game. So there we go. You can all thank C Wrestling for this. If you are young, just be aware that there is boobage. I think this might even be a 15. Do you know, I never look at the ratings. I never look. It can't be a 15 for that, can it? Come on. Can't be a 15 just for a little bit of boobage. This show is a post-watershed production. Viewer discretion is advised. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Yeah, I did see that news, Luke, yes. Right, so... today keeps getting better, says £10 a pod. Well, listen, yeah, just don't tell. If Hayley's around, if the little lady's around, maybe send her out to the shops or something. Not that she should go because, you know, coronavirus. But, you know, maybe suggest like an early night. What time is it where you are? 6:05. Or, no, 5:05. Or just say, like, do you fancy an early night? 5:05. And then you can sit there. Do you know what I mean? Just like really appreciate, really enjoy the boobage that's to come. Yeah. I mean, look. I'm not looking forward to streaming that bit. Let's put it that way, right? I mean, I was getting all flustered at a woman when she showed boobage and they blurred it out. Like, I don't think the network has blurred this out. When I say you're going to see boobage, I don't mean beaver cleavage. Why do I keep saying that? It's because we've got someone in our community called beaver cleavage, and I've got to stop saying that. Got to stop saying that. I'm getting flustered just talking about it. So, right, look, let's not dwell on that aspect of it, right? You've all been warned, okay? You've all been warned. Also, I think this explains why The Undertaker's in the thumbnail, because I don't believe that he's on this show, but he just wants to see boobage as well. He's just there waiting like this, like, come on, I haven't got all day, yeah? Graves to dig, souls to take, all that kind of stuff. LSW says that was cheeky, see. Shout out to KJ and Abigail. Booby boobage, says Kyle. Welcome to Thursday night booby boobage, where we inadvertently look at boobs. But anyway, look, let's put that to one side. We are going to start in about 3 minutes' time. Yeah, we're going to start in about 3 minutes' time. Miss Clown 1 says, it's a good pay-per-view, so don't worry. Chalmers says, the C in C Wrestling stands for cheeky. It does. Cheeky wrestling, that's what we've got. Cheeky, cheeky. Now is the UK. How is the UK during all the craziness in the world? Okay. The UK is okay. I did see a few scuffles and everything from like protests, but I don't think anything got massively out of control. I mean, I think it's great to see. A couple of minutes, by the way. I've got it all queued up, so I'm just giving people 2 minutes just to find it. So Armageddon 1999, and then we will get started. But yeah, we've not seen any big issues in the UK. It's great to see the protests, but obviously we don't want to see the riots, and we don't want to see the looting, and we don't want to see that side of things. So fingers crossed. So far, so good. But I heard that the other police officers in that George Floyd incident murder have been arrested now, charged. So hopefully that's going to, start to ease some of the pain that was out there. I know this is a bigger issue, but I think that's a big step forward, that the other officers were charged. So don't know, we'll have to see. Such a turbulent time, isn't it? Okay, we've got 1 minute to go. I'm going to give you some facts. This show is from December 12th, 1999. It's from Sunrise, Florida. It's from the National Car Rental Center. Like, in my head, they're just surrounded by vehicles. Do you know what I mean? Just people renting vehicles as they're trying to have a match. The National Car Rental Center. If someone said to me, the National Car Rental Center, I would swear that's where you went to rent a car, when actually there's a severe lack of cars and an excess amount of wrestlers, which is very strange. So this is the National Car Rental Center. And there were 17,000 people there, 350,000 pay-per-view buys, and obviously they didn't even know they were getting boobage. So 350,000 lucky people paid their money, got their money's worth. 350,000 pay-per-view buys. Not bad, considering Survivor Series, one of the big four. That was only a month before, and that had 425,000. So this only dropped by 75,000. So not too bad. This certainly didn't seem like a disaster. So yeah, and reviews are pretty strong for it. So I think we're in for a decent show, I gotta be honest. Right, Chalmers says, Dave's random question. If you had to pick one, what celebrity would you like to see in wrestling? I'm not a fan of celebrities in wrestling, to be honest. I mean, I'd want them to have some sort of background. I think we've sort of answered this before, so I'd look for someone from like MMA or someone with a fighting background. So whoever you want. Okay, friends, here we go then. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Here we go. Rock and roll, baby. So we've just got the Is this what the world is watching? Attitude, WWF. If you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. Ooh. It's a bit creepy, isn't it? Having like a child singing. Is it? Other people have got that, yeah? That's not just me. But right now, we've got a video package with like Triple H and Vince. And there's like a choir. Okay, this legit is the strangest open I've ever seen. It's like a sepia kind of colour effect. You got Triple H, you got Steph. I know what I will stand for, what I will fight for. There is a choir, isn't there? This isn't in my head. I've not, like, completely lost my mind now. Not tonight. Okay, it's done. There we go. WWF Armageddon. I'm up for this, man. Really up for this. I'm excited because what child says Robin 813? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. My fiance said she'd already seen China's, so why not others? That's a great attitude to have. Tell you what, loads of signs. And apparently this sunrise is in South Florida. That's what JR just said. I don't know where it is. I know where Florida is, but I don't know where sunrise is. Oh, Fort Lauderdale. I've heard of that. The Rock has come home. Lots of signs for The Rock. The Rock is going to be in action tonight. It's the Rock and Sock connection. Miss Clown 1 says there are actually some vehicles at this pay-per-view. Well, I can tell you they were rentals. Breaking news. They were rentals. Okay, we're starting. We are rocking and roll. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I remember this set. Oh, that set is amazing. Oh, I totally did not mention that set when we did the Wrestling Escape Pod episode on best sets, but that deserves a mention. I think I did mention that there were some Armageddons, but I didn't include the image of this. But for those of you that aren't able to watch, there's like a freaking helicopter. There's a helicopter and a tank and like these military vehicles right in the entranceway. Dudley Boyz have jumped in the ring. They're still in their ECW tie-dye phase. Actually, how weird is that? Normally, they wear camo. Here, they're wearing, like, tight... Like, the camo would have fit a lot better here. Undertaker is not in this because he had a groin injury. I miss custom stages, says DJ B Tazzy. I totally understand. J14 saying the same. Days, this pay-per-view is a 15, so definitely Attitude Era. You think you know me? You think you know me? Look at the camera. Like, one of the cameras then was, like, looking around. All the cameras are looking around. Are they coming through the crowd? Yes, they are coming through the crowd. I wondered why all the cameras were doing this. But there we go, Edge and Christian coming through the crowd, which is a bit of a shame because I wanted to see that entrance stage again, but here we go, Dudley Boyz, Edge and Christian. So this is a battle royal, isn't it? Tag team battle royal. Right, so we've got Edge, we've got Christian, we've got Devon, we've got Bubba. Look at that helicopter. Where do you, I mean, like, this is a car rental center? Who's going there to rent a helicopter? There's a helicopter. There's the, looks like that truck that they drove when they invaded WCW. Looks like that's in the entranceway as well. But Hardy's on the way as well. Here come the Hardys. Is that with Terry? Terry is here as well. She looks good with him, actually. Terry Runnels with Matt and Jeff making their way down. Terry says, I'm going to go back. Good luck, boys. Days, if you had a wrestling show, who would be your booker, Cornette or Russo? Probably Cornette. I think Russo loved stuff on poles, didn't he? Which is fine. There's a time and a place for stuff like that. But I think Cornette probably had the fundamentals of wrestling a little bit more in place. Mean Street Posse have come down. Right, so we've got Hardys. Acolytes on the way. So, Faarooq and Bradshaw. I can't believe they're not talking more about the entranceway. I don't understand. It's so crazy to me. They've just got a helicopter in the entranceway, and at no point have they spoken about it. Scotty Too Hotty. Grandmaster Sexay, Too Cool making their way down. Hardy's looked good here. Yeah, they did. They did. Monica King, shout out to you. Doing a little bit of dancing. Oh, here we go. Big, I tell you what, big reaction. Godfather and Mark Henry when he was sexual chocolate. My favourite kind of chocolate. I won't eat anything else. Life is like a box of sexual chocolates. You never know which one you're going to get. Here we go. Look, Mark Henry. Sexual chocolate. I mean, Pimp Dem Hose on the back of Godfather's jacket has not aged well. I'm not going to lie. 21 years later. Regrettable. I think we can all agree. Right, well, anyway. We are underway with this tag team match. I believe the winners of this get a title opportunity at the Royal Rumble in the year 2000. So they get an opportunity at the tag titles 20 years ago. I think we should go back and watch the first Raw and continue from there every Thursday. Could be fun. Could be fun. And the thing about those early Raws is they're only 40 minutes long. What is Armageddon? What is Armageddon? It's destruction. Like, complete destruction. Notice how all the kids wanted to touch the hose. Perhaps their fans are gardening. Wasn't Lita once one of the Godfather's ladies? That is a much better way of wording it, James. Well done to you. Well done to you. Why does it say that Chelsea Green is on SmackDown instead of NXT? Well, the rumours are that she is being called up, so maybe it is SmackDown that she is heading to. Right, we are underway with match number 1. 10 minutes into the show already. And I need to tweak the clock a little bit, but I'm just trying to figure out the rules. So if one person gets eliminated, is the whole team gone? Okay, so Mean Street Posse, I think, have been eliminated. Armageddon is just another word for Judgment Day. Total annihilation. End of the world. Well, if you are just joining us, welcome. We are watching Armageddon 1999. If you want to see exactly where we are, we've got the clock on screen. This is the first match. It is a tag team battle royal. There's some big teams in here. You've got the Dudleys, you've got Edge and Christian, you've got Godfather and Mark Henry, you've got the Acolytes. There's some big names in here. There's quite a few matches for us to get through as well, so I think what's going to be nice about this show is I think it's going to be quite snappy. I don't think matches are going to outstay their welcome. I think they're going to be quite nice and short, and then we'll move on to the next one. Hello to Melissa. Hope you are well. Thank you for dropping by, my friend. Mean Street Posse was annoying AF. The FBI reopened Breonna Taylor's case. That's not a name that I'm aware of. Wrestling Days fan says ballyho to you, my friend. I think £10 might be in the chat. Tyler saying I can't wait for Monday. Why Monday, Tyler? What are you looking forward to specifically? Jay says, I wish I was alive during the Attitude Era. I gotta tell you, I wasn't the biggest fan. I was alive and I wasn't the biggest fan. There was aspects of it that I enjoyed. But, I don't know, there was parts of it that I didn't. I suppose that's like any era, isn't it? But I wish I was young during the Attitude Era. Because when you're young, you love everything. We've said that before. So when I was growing up with Macho and Ultimate Warrior and Hogan and the early 90s, I loved it all. I loved Big Boss Man. I loved Virgil. I loved $1 Million Man. I even loved Bastion Booger. I loved Adam Bomb. I loved Duke the Dumpster Drozy. I loved them all. And I just could not get enough, and they could do no wrong. And then as you get a little older and you start to, develop a taste of what you like and what you don't, that's just when the Attitude Era was coming in, so I never look back on it as fondly as I do early 90s. Too Cool have gone. We've still got a few teams in there. Evan, shout out to you. Undertaker Kane. Who is Undertaker against? I'm not sure that he's on this card. I think it's an example, one of those many examples where they've used someone on the thumbnail. They've used someone on the poster that's not at the show. It's like WrestleMania 22, and they had Cena and Booker T fighting, but they weren't facing each other at that show. Okay. Edge, Christian, still in there. Dudley's still in there. Acolytes still in there. It's really weird seeing the WWF logo, like the scratch version. It's really weird seeing that now. The ring apron as well, it's worth noting, it doesn't say Armageddon. It's black. And it says World Wrestling Federation on the one side. It says WWF.com on the other side. And that was quite new around this time. I'm not sure when the website started, but it's got to be quite new at this stage. WWF.com. Do you know, I'm going to look, actually. When did that start? I think that'd be quite an interesting thing to find out. When did WWE.com begin? We got the Dudleys, we got the Hardys, we got the Acolytes. That's what we've got so far. Not sure I'm going to be able to find that info. Well, there we go. That's going to be a little challenge for anyone. Can someone find out when WWE.com, WWF.com started? I just had a quick search on Google, very quick, and I couldn't see anything. If it doesn't come back with the answer, I give up. I'm not one for deep dives. I just Google, tell me this. Oh, okay, you don't know. All right, well, if you don't know, how am I supposed to know, Google? Okay, we're down to 3 teams, as we said. Headbutt. When is the next toy hunt? Hard to say because need the shops to open first. Good double work there, double teamwork by Dudley's, but Matt Hardy from behind. Matt Hardy from behind throws Devon over the top. So we're down to 2. It's either going to be the Hardys or the Acolytes. It's one of these teams. No green shirt guy, by the way. Into the corner goes Faarooq. Jeff Hardy going over. Faarooq tries to throw Jeff over the top, but he hangs on to the outside. Oh, lovely. Jeff is choking out Faarooq. Matt is with Bradshaw over the other side. Over the top. Oh. They both went at the same time. The ref's running round. Brandy Smith, hello, my friend. Hope you are well. Shout out to you. Hope you are safe. Hope you are staying safe, my friend. So shout out to Brandy. Brandy hosts the hot tag on the Insiders. So I know that she's going to be looking at Waylon Mercy. And we've got like Undertaker conversations that have been had and Bret Hart and some really good stuff. So if you like your classic wrestling, check out Brandy and the hot tag. Hope you're well, Brandy. Right, both of these teams went over the top at the same time, Bradshaw and Matt Hardy. I'm not sure we've got an answer yet as to who has qualified. XP Super 90, hope you are well. Faarooq went onto the outside. Big strike by Jeff. Hardy getting back in, so I think is the match just continuing? I think we are just continuing. This is carnage. Jeff charge over. Collides into Faarooq. Big boot by Bradshaw. Matt Hardy goes down. Here we go, Bradshaw. Looking for a clothesline to Hardy. Hardy with a drop kick. Bradshaw over the top, but holds on to the rope. Lots of signs for The Rock. Nice! Drop kick by Jeff. Bradshaw still holds on. Missile drop kick by Jeff. Man, they're really milking the end of this match, aren't they? Really milking it. Oh, look, now Jeff's gone over. Jeff goes over. Matt goes over. Ah. Oh. Gone. Acolytes win it. Acolytes win it. There was loads of holding on to top ropes and all that kind of stuff. But it was Jeff that finally went fully over. Wow, there we go. Those refs suck, says J14. Shout out to Ryan. Hope you are well. Noah says, I'm just joining. No worries, dude. You've only missed the first match. One match down. That's all, my friend. Still got a good few hours to go in this pay-per-view. So, and some big moments. I'm going to say moments. Some big moments. I mean, I don't know if they're big moments. They might be big. Well. These matches are 1 stars. compared to the greatest wrestling match, says Killer Sasuke. Oh, yeah, I mean, Orton versus Edge is going to blow every single one of these matches away. Hey, look, what is that? What is that, like an armored vehicle that we were just getting a close-up of? I wish JR and Jerry Lawler were sat there in military gear. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Imagine if they had, like, hard hats and face paint. Okay, we're backstage. Interview with Kurt. So this is a new, fresh Kurt Angle. How cool. How cool is that? Acolytes will face the champs. Jerry says this is awesome. I went to Smith's Toys and I tried going in. The guy says you can only collect. Yeah, they're not open until the 15th, I think. Okay, well, here we go. We're on next to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle coming out next. And as we said, Kurt hadn't been in WWE for long at this point. Dun, dun. No one's telling him that he sucks at this stage. You suck. You suck. Dun, 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 dun. It's great music, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. I love his entrance music. I love this version of him, actually, where he's got, like, the USA flag. And I mean, he had the USA flag quite a bit throughout his career on his ring attire, but he looks like he's literally just walked from the Olympics. So, Steve Blackman is the opponent. Very dangerous opponent, Steve Blackman. I wasn't here for the vote. When I saw Undertaker post, I thought he made a special appearance for Total Divas. Could you imagine? That's the episode of Total Divas I want to see. Where they all go around Undertaker's house. I want to see Vincent and Ariane go around to Undertaker's house. How can I watch it? It is on the WWE Network. I've not even looked to see it. I don't know if it's one of the free shows. I would imagine not because of the boobage. Blackman looking for a flying headbutt there, and Kurt Angle rolls out of the way. Does he have hair? He does have hair, yes. He does. This is a youthful, this is a healthy Kurt Angle. Against the ropes goes Steve Blackman. Nice drop kick by Kurt Angle. Few boos coming down for Kurt. I always thought Blackman was cool. I really like Blackman. Shoulder up by Blackman. Days, the WWE website started on the 19th of October, 1999. Well done, buddy. Great work. Well done. Shout out, James Chadwick. That is some great knowledge. 19th of October, 1999. Which means at this point, just imagine that as you're watching this, the WWE website is not even 2 months old. It's not even 2 months old. How crazy. I thought it was around the late 90s. In fact, if someone had asked me, I would have said the early 2000s. I wouldn't even have said the late 90s, but considering it's on the side of the ring, and we know this is 1999, I had a feeling it had to have been quite close to this, and wow, less than 2 months before. Very cool. Well done, James. Awesome work. The hacker has gone. lazy. Who is better, Batista or Goldberg? I prefer Batista. WWE Boy 5, shout out to you. That's a great submission move. Blackman hooking the legs, arching his back, grabbing the chin, and really stretching Kurt from both ends. But Kurt manages to get up, goes against the ropes, delivers a DDT. It doesn't matter what my sign says. Did you see that in the crowd? Literally, row 3. It doesn't matter what my sign says. That is a great sign. That is a great sign. I always loved those kind of signs. There was other signs that were like, the guy behind me can't see. I know they use that a lot in wrestling games. You know, signs that just have no purpose. I love those signs. I'd love to do a video about those signs. Just signs that really don't relate. The guy behind me can't see. It doesn't matter what my sign says. I know that's Rock related, but it's not really showing him support. Into the ring steps goes Blackman. Blackman was very underrated. I agree. RC99 says, I'm pretty sure it was 98 because Fully Loaded 98 had something about the website. Oh, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Crossbody by Kurt. Blackman rolls over. If someone had asked me, I would have said early 2000s. So all of this is blowing my mind. Dazed, I watched the Monday Night War. I want to see NXT and I want to see NXT and AEW get ugly. The only problem is there was no Twitter back then, and Twitter is a harsh place at the best of times. If shots start getting fired, then Twitter's going to be even moodier. Blackman down in the corner. Kurt Angle had his foot on the throat of Blackman. Here we go. Blackman goes into the other corner. Angle charging over. Blackman gets his boot up. Oh. Goes down face first into that middle turnbuckle, Kurt. Blackman trying to fight back here. It's been an all right match. Against the ropes. Shoulder charge by Blackman. So Kurt in his red singlet with a USA flag on the front. Blackman just in his typical black trousers. They're kind of like martial arts trousers in a way, aren't they? Spinebuster. Nice. Going for the pin, but only gets a 2 from Blackman. Do you watch AEW or WWE? I watch both. Ryan, shout out to you, my friend. Will you watch NXT in your house? 100% Ryan, yes. Tomorrow we're watching SmackDown. Saturday we're watching the UFC 250 show. Sunday we are doing the live watch along for NXT in your house. Did the predictions video for it earlier. 2. Just a 2 count. Oh, goes for an enziguri. Here we go. Kurt looking for a German. Bridges it. Gets the win. Quite a simple finish there. Won with a suplex. Anyone else think that's a bit strange? Here come the nunchucks. Oh! In the midsection. Across the back. Kurt Angle goes down. Crowd cheer Blackman. There we go. The crowd love that. Jerry Lawler says, I think there's a bit of confusion here in South Florida. There's something nice, but it isn't nunchucks, says Jerry Lawler. As we see what we presume to be a lady. Oh, is this next? Is it the boobage next? So, wow. Michael Cole's just walked in. How has he not just fainted on the floor? I'm pretty sure that's the closest Michael Cole has been to a lady in his life. Look how awkward he is. Yeah. Yeah. Well. What can you say? This match to be held. I mean, oh. Look how far women's wrestling has come. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Look how far women's wrestling has come. It can be pretty moody to go back and look at women's wrestling at this time. Miss Kitty, BB, Ivory, Jacqueline. Miss Kitty versus BB versus Ivory, Jacqueline. Miss Kitty, who's just walking out now, is the former wife of Jerry the King Lawler. They actually got married. How crazy is that? Not married anymore. I don't know when they divorced, actually. When did they divorce? Let's have a look. They married in the year 2000. So they got married the year after this. Jerry Lawler got married. Maybe it's after what he saw here on this show. Got married. So Jerry Lawler and Stacy Carter, Miss Kitty, or the Cat, they got married in the year 2000. They got divorced in 2003. We've got Fabulous Moolah at ringside as well. Mae Young also. Jacqueline and Miss Kitty are already starting to fight. Here comes BB. BB is smoking hot. I like to call her BB Gun. I'm trying here. Yeah, I'm trying. And now we've got Ivory. Ivory used to be in Glee. The women's title at stake in a freaking swimming pool. Imagine Ariane and Vincent in the Attitude Era. Jerry Lawler calling Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young dinosaurs. Right, the bell has sounded. I don't expect this to be long. Are they really having a pool fight for the Women's Championship? Yes. Welcome to the Attitude Era. Welcome to the Attitude Era. Things are gonna get interesting. I can't hear what the crowd are chanting, but Jacqueline's... James Chadwick says, Right to Censor would have a field day with this. Well, Jacqueline has lost her clothes, so she has to leave the pool. Okay. Jerry Lawler's beside himself with enjoyment. Last time I checked, Miss Kitty is now married to former WWE wrestler Kinzani. I just had a quick look. I don't think she's currently married to anyone, to be honest. Days, how did you love the 80s when a win just required a leg drop? Do you know how dumb that sounds? Well, I mean, you got to remember that when I was watching it, I was young and I loved everything. BB is down to her underwear, so she has to leave the pool. What's Ivory's trying to get even more off. Ivory's trying to get even more off here. Ooh. Ain't gonna stop me now. She's really trying. She never took a bra off before. Why is she struggling so much? Boo! The boos are raining down. It's as if it's just like after Roman beat The Undertaker. So we're down to Ivory and Miss Kitty, or yeah, she's called Miss Kitty at this point, isn't she? She's not called the Cat yet. So the next lady to lose her evening gown loses the match. Jerry Lawler says, I don't know who thought about this match, but whoever it is, they are a genius. A Greco-Roman zipper lock, says JR. A Greco-Roman zipper lock. Here we go. Miss Kitty is the new champion. That's it. That's how you demonstrate your skills in the women's division in the Attitude Era. This is the greatest match ever, says John. This is awesome. Brandon says Days is loving life. Well, there we go. Miss Kitty with the women's championship with Moolah and Mae Young. Total Divas has literally given Days a life-changing experience. It's C Wrestling that's given me a life-changing experience. I know that you came here to see me get naked. They made me wear underwear. Crowd are cheering. See Wrestling. This match could have headlined at the Tokyo Dome. I just want you all to think about C Wrestling whilst we're going through this experience. I'm going to pretend that this is C Wrestling. That's what I'm doing. Right now, look, she's teasing. She's going to take the top bit off. Oh, they blurred it! They blurred it! They did actually blur it. I was paying very close attention. They blurred it on the network. I don't think it's blurred on I don't think it's blurred on the VHS. Because I've got this on VHS, DVD, the digital copy, the live copy. I've got camera phone footage. Oh. Mae Young now start. Mae Young. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Look, Sergeant Slaughter. He's had to come over and try and cover up Mae Young. Oh! What a cute couple. He was talking about Sergeant Slaughter and Mae Young there. He wasn't talking about anything else. What a cute couple. I mean, look, she's giving it one of them. Whoa! Sergeant Slaughter, like, okay, mate. Sergeant Slaughter, just 8 years before this, was main event in WrestleMania. Fast forward 8 years, and he's having to cover up an exposed Mae Young. Rikishi's got the shades on. I don't blame him. LSW says, this is wrestling. Woo! Well, I tell you what, guys. You can all send your thanks to See Wrestling for suggesting this show. Things getting wild here. Things are getting wild. I wonder why they blurred it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's they've given it a 15 rating. They've given it a 15 rating, and they still blur it. Sunny Wolf says, all hail C. Do the dab for fans. Well, I'll dab. Haven't done that in years. Might even be illegal now, I'm not sure. Right, we're backstage with Rikishi. He's got a wonderful Hawaiian shirt on. Lovely Hawaiian shirt. Rikishi with the glasses. I don't blame him. They probably told him at the end of this, Mae Young's going to start taking her clothes off. And he was like... this is like another episode of Total Divas. Yeah, but only with a helicopter. Right, here we go. We've got Crash Holly, Hardcore Holly. This is scheduled for 1 fall. The Hollies versus Rikishi and VISCERA. Lawler's still going on. He's like, I saw real life puppies. I saw real life puppies. The website started in '98. It was Shane and the digital media department. What do you mean? Shane started it. Here we go. We're getting more breaking news on the website. Thank you very much, Miss Clown One. Right, here comes VISCERA. There is a VISCERA figure on the way. Elite 77. Thank you for the kind words, Ryan. Appreciate it. Eric Haburn says, I have not seen this pay-per-view. J14 says, Jerry's commentary is making me uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not aged well. It's of its time, you know. Same with the women's match there. It's of its time. If anything, it just makes you appreciate, you know, where we are now even more. Here comes Rikishi. So the Hollies versus VISCERA and Rikishi. Shane helped form it. Amazing. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Jerry said he saw very cute puppies with cute pink noses. I did not hear him say that. This website was made in 1970. Mae Young and the chair she stood up from made the website. Incredible. Coaster Maniacs. Oh, 2. I don't even know if I've got the thing set up to read that out loud. It should be. It should be. We'll have a look. Days, can I get your beard? It's attractive. It's my lockdown momentum. Here we go. We've got Crash coming in with Rikishi. Here we go. Reversed into the corner.
Coaster Maniacs is a legend.
Maniacs.
They donated $50 via a super chat. Careful, keep dabbing and Tommy might interrupt you again. Lol, how's everyone doing? Not missing being back at work. Miss all of you guys. Much love.
There we go. Coaster Maniacs back at work. Let me read what he said. Keep dabbing and Tommy might interrupt you again. That's true. How's everyone doing? Not missing being back at work. All of you guys, much love. Coast Maniacs, thank you for the support, my friend. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's in a way it must be nice. It must be nice to be back and, you know, have something else to focus on. I mean, not that going to work is massively enjoyable for anyone, but yeah, I think there's going to be a few people that are going to be looking forward to going back. So shout out to you, Coaster. Viscera is in there, belly to belly. Has anyone else in the chat gone back to work yet? I'd be interested to know if any people gone back to school. The school's back at all? We've got a couple of years that have gone back here in the UK. But yeah, feel free to let me know. Are you back at work? Are you back at school? Are you back at college? Do you know when you're going back? Kicks to the midsection of Viscera. Hardcore Holly gets thrown into the corner. Viscera charging after. Up top goes Hardcore. Hardcore with a missile drop kick. Down goes Viscera. No school till September. Wow. I did not know that. Did not know that. How was Mama Days letting you watch the Attitude Era in the 90s? It was on in the early hours. It's always been on in the early hours, so it's never interrupted anyone. I would rather focus on YouTube, to be fair, says Coaster Maniacs. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Big clothesline by Hardcore, who gets big back body dropped and a leg drop by Viscera. In comes Rikishi. I'm still at home in year 8. We're going back in September. I had no idea. James says my nephew went back to school yesterday. Do not go. So many people saying they're not going back till September. And I'm in the UK, says Scott. That is incredible. So you are off now till September? That's 3 months. Wow. I had not heard that. I honestly had not heard that that was a thing. I fully expected schools to be going back. Days, you need to fidget spinner dab. Do you know what? I found the fidget spinner the other day and I threw it away. I legit threw it away. There we go. The Hollies actually getting the victory there. Hardcore Holly pinning Rikishi. Most schools in the US won't go back till September. I left school. I was in year 11. I heard a rumour, right, and it is just a rumour that there's talk that some years might have to repeat. I don't know how true that is, what country that's in, but it was just something that was on the news the other day. That if you're in year 8, you might have to do year 8 again next year. Look at this. Viscera and Rikishi are both in each other's faces right now. There's a bit of dissension between them. Viscera gesturing to walk away. Viscera pushes Rikishi. These two now. Super kick by Rikishi. Viscera out the ring. Rikishi going out after him. So these two, their union has fallen apart. Virginia is going to go into phase 2 this Friday. Restaurants go to 50% capacity. Means they can start having door dining, swimming with restrictions. Okay, we're Val Venus with Lillian backstage in the locker room. Never see the locker rooms anymore, do we? They never do interviews in the locker rooms. Wonder why? I wonder why they don't do interviews in locker rooms anymore. I'm going to be a sophomore. Sheila, shout out to you. Tim Hortons does not give refunds. I'll be glad when the kids go back. They're annoying. Lol. We're out of lockdown this Saturday, but no school till September. Amazing. Well, I'm really pleased for you all. Okay, so Val doing a bit of flirting here with Lillian. Olé! So, is this for the European title now? Because that's Bulldogs match. I tell you, we are not sticking around, are we? I don't even know what match number this is. Let me have a look and see. This is match number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is match number 5. This is match number 5, and we're 52 minutes in. That's the same amount of matches that you have at, like, an old takeover. So, match number 5 is going to be British Bulldog versus D'Lo Brown versus Val Venus. Here we go. Val Venus on his way down. Do, do, do. My school had online school, but they're saying the first 4 weeks could be online starting in August. WWE boy, shout out to you. Do you think Adam Cole will actually leave for AEW? I wouldn't like it if that happens. I don't know. I mean, you know, the fact Britt Baker's there and the fact they could spend more time together, I do think is a factor. Of course, it is. I'm not sure that WWE are going to make sure he doesn't go. They know how big of a deal he is. Here we go. It's great to see him, man. I didn't like the music here, but WWF European Champion, the British Bulldog. And he's got jeans on with the, I think, have they got the turn-ups at the bottom? They're just kind of like rolled up, aren't they, with his wrestling boots? It's kind of a cool attire. Kind of looks like a thug. There we go. They're being kicked out. Got to go back to the dressing room, player. How about Britt coming to NXT? I'd like that. I think she'd be good in NXT. She's one of the most entertaining parts of the AEW women's roster, so that'd be good if NXT could get her. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Who? The British Bulldog? He's going in this year. They've not done it yet. It was meant to happen at WrestleMania, but rumors are it's going to take place at SummerSlam now. Teddy Long, a ref? Yes, he was a ref. He's done referee work. He's been a manager. I think he competed as well. I think he was a wrestler. He's kind of done it all. I'm shocked that Teddy Long didn't make this a 6-man tag yet. You know he wanted to. I just find it weird that you're now having trouble. If you're a 21-year-old kid and have grey, it's because of the deposit breakdown of hydrogen peroxide in your hair. Wow, thank you for that knowledge, my friend. Thankfully, I don't have any grey hairs, so but when they do start coming through, I'll know why. Right, this is a triple threat match for the European Championship. Power slam, down goes D'Lo. Bulldog is on the outside. D'Lo taking out Val and the British Bulldog. Elbow drop by Val. British Bulldog jumping back into the ring. We're almost getting towards the end of the first hour. What's really good about this pay-per-view is this is the Attitude Era. So when people talk about the Attitude Era, this is it. I mean, this is as much it as you're ever going to get. This is 1999. The Attitude Era is red hot here. So, yeah, this is an Attitude Era pay-per-view. It's got all the things that you come to expect from the Attitude Era as well. Most notably, boobage. Plenty of signs. Jerry Lawler and JR. Big strikes by D'Lo. Days next year, I will be in 3rd grade. Shout out to you, my friend. Hello, Daniel. Hope you are well, my friend. If anyone is just joining us, we are watching Armageddon 1999. We're already up to match number 5. This is match number 5. It is a triple threat for the European Championship. I can tell you that there are 5 more matches to go. 5 more matches to go. Still to come, we've got Kane versus X-Pac. We've got China versus Chris Jericho. We've got the New Age Outlaws versus the Rock and Sock Connection. Big Show takes on the Big Boss Man for the WWF Championship. Big Boss Man competes for the WWF Championship. And then the main event, Triple H takes on Mr. McMahon in a no-holds-barred match. So we've still got some big matches to come. Big matches to come. So this is for the European Championship. And we've got all 3 members in the ring. I have got a D'Lo Elite figure that comes with the European title. Yes, I've got that same figure somewhere. D'Lo. Throwing some big strikes in on Val Venus. Trading shots back and forth whilst British Bulldog watches on. But they work together to clothesline him down. Would The Fiend get over in the Attitude Era? That's a really good question. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think The Fiend would work in the Attitude Era? There are reports that Vince called this event Armageddon, as it was before the millennium, and the people really believed the end of the world was coming. Well, it's a really good point, because this is December 12th, so the new millennium is just weeks away. You know, the Millennium Bug. What was going to happen when all of the computers ticked over and the date went over to the new millennium. A lot of people thought the software wasn't going to be able to cope, wasn't going to be able to figure out. It was going to reset, and it was all there was going to be carnage. Planes would just fall from the sky. It's quite funny, actually, because that was a real concern. Like, I remember a lot of talk about that, about the Millennium Bug and about computers. And it was all to do with the inbuilt clocks in software. And it was all to do with the fact that when it ticked over and it went to 00 as being the year, what would it do? How would it cope? How would everyone thought it would reset and it was all going to cause, like, massive dramas. And then we got there and nothing happened. So, and 20 years later, everything's been fine. So, yeah, I think there was a few reports, in all fairness, of a couple of things going a little bit wrong. Nothing drastic, just the odd thing. Interesting to Google, actually. What happened? What did the Millennium Bug affect? Because it did affect a couple of things. I have seen that a few things got messed up, but there was no planes falling out of skies or anything like that. Strikes by the Bulldog. I tell you what, the people in 1999 didn't need to worry about the year 2000. They needed to be warned about 2020. Big back body drop as British Bulldog and Val Venus work together on D'Lo Brown, who gets knocked to the outside. That leaves Val Venus and Bulldog in the ring, but a big spine buster. 1, 2, Bulldog getting his shoulder up. Do you think that Evolution should be in the Hall of Fame and the Brothers of Destruction? Brothers of Destruction, yes. Evolution, I think the jury is out. I suppose, you know, they were around for a while. It was a good way to break through Randy and Batista. Did they do enough to go into the Hall of Fame? Evolution as a group? I could see them going in. I don't think they're the strongest contenders. I think they all go in individual. I mean, I think is Batista in? I don't even know if Batista's in. Is he in? I don't know. I don't actually know if Batista's in the Hall of Fame or not. Either way, he deserves to go in, and he will go in if he hasn't already. Randy Orton's not in, but he will. Triple H is in with DX, but he's not in as a solo star, but he should, and he will. Flair's in. 2. Val Venus steals it. Val Venus comes crashing down onto the Bulldog from the top. And Val Venus is the new European champion. Val Venus wins it. Batista is this year. You're right, he is, isn't he? You're right. Batista. So he's not in. He's kind of going in, but he's not in yet. So, Batista, NWO, Bellas, Jushin, British Bulldog. They were all this year, weren't they? Well, yeah. I mean, look, they all deserve to go in individually. I'm just not too sure if Evolution deserve it. Right, we're backstage with Michael Cole and X-Pac. Coast Maniac says, Days, thanks to Moda, I'll have to do Matt Riddle's entrance at 400 subs. Flip-flops and all. Not looking forward to it. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's an interesting challenge. So, steel cage match coming up. X-Pac versus Kane. Tell your old lady to stop calling my hotel room. They've set up that cage quite quick, haven't they? Here we go. Look at this. Kane. Kane. Do you think the Bellas deserve it? Yes, I do. I think the Hall of Fame is not for in-ring ability. We've learned that over the years. It's not a hall. It's for your commitment. It's for your impact. And I don't think there's any denying the impact that the Bellas had, to be honest. I mean, look at Total Divas. Look at Total Bellas. Look at some of the big women's matches going back 5 years or so ago, you know, like Brie involved, Nikki involved. For a long time, they were the women's division. You know, Nikki had a good run with the Divas belt. We even at SummerSlam got Steph versus Brie, didn't we? Do you remember that match? Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. That was a high-profile match. And I think we had the 4 MMA horsewomen at ringside. So I think they definitely impacted the women's division. I think they made an impact. I think they helped branch out as well into, you know, bringing in other fans from Total Divas and Total Bellas and whatever. And even if you're not a fan of that stuff, I don't think you can deny that they deserve to go into the Hall of Fame. Were they the best wrestlers? No. But then neither was Koko Beware, and he's in the Hall of Fame, so. Right, X-Pac making his way down. Days, if Evolution went in, Flair would be a 3-time Hall of Famer. Nikki Bella is the longest reigning Divas champion. Yeah, I mean, look, let's make no mistake about it. I'm not putting them in as the Bellas and then putting them in individually as well. I'm not going to put Nikki in on her own because she's achieved that. If the Bellas go in, they're going in for everything they've achieved. Like, you know, Nikki goes in because she's longest reign and all of that. So group it all together, put the Bellas in. No problems from me. Kane is in the ring. X-Pac running round. Oh, Kane's already started to climb up. Kane's already climbing over the top, and X-Pac getting in the face of Tori. Boom. This is Kane with the full mask as well, by the way. Kane's been around for a couple of years at this point. Face first. X-Pac goes into the ring steps. There's the think. Oh, X-Pac with the ring bell. Smacking Kane in the head. Ringing his bell. Sheila, shout out to you. Wrestling Days fan says Bella Twins don't deserve to go into the Hall of Fame. Killer Sasuke, green shirt guy deserves it more, says Wrestling Days fan. The Fiend figure. Fiend figure is out now, yes. Down goes X-Pac. I saw the rare footage of Kane without a mask backstage during the Attitude Era. Right, we're underway with this match. Kane and X-Pac battling inside of a steel cage. X-Pac throwing everything at Kane. Kane not budging. X-Pac going for a spinning kick and gets caught in the air. We are doing a stream tomorrow. We're streaming SmackDown tomorrow. On Saturday, we're doing UFC 250. On Sunday, we're doing NXT TakeOver in your house. Hard into the corner. Kane picking up X-Pac. Got him up in the air. Slams him down. The Big Red Machine. This was my favorite version of Kane. With the full mask and everything. I understand that things have to evolve and things have to change. But I think when he became like corporate Kane and he became more human and now he's a mayor, I don't know. I think we strayed too far from the original incarnation. DX unmasked Kane, but the footage wasn't showing Kane's face. Here we go. Look, X-Pac up top, crossbody, but just gets caught. X-Pac trying a lot of different things here and nothing working against the big red machine. Although the spinning kick does land and down goes Kane. I am a fan of the Bellas. I think they deserve the Hall of Fame. I don't know why people hate on them, says Donnell. I will never love Kane more than wearing his mask and cool attire, says Austin316. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand reinvention. And, you know, some of the stuff that he did after was cool. I mean, like Team Hell No was great. So, yeah, it was cool. But this is just my favorite version, you know. Slamming Kane into the side of the cage. Here we go. X-Pac. Boom. I heard a rumor there would be a new Kane and it would be blue. I don't know that I ever heard that rumor. It's crazy to think that Kane is a mayor now, says J14. Absolutely. I wonder how he's been dealing with all this coronavirus stuff, you know? I wonder if people think he's been doing, like, a good job or not. I've not seen what people think of how he's been doing. X-Pac with a DDT on Kane and is going up top, comes jumping down, but gets caught with a choke slam. Although manages to kick out. Picked up. Ooh. Backbreaker. Backbreaker. I'm happy for Drake. He deserves to be in the WWE, and Triple H was right. He deserves it. Bellas have done a lot to help the women's division. They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, says Monica. Big shot by Kane. Kane going over. Kane going up top. Here come New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws have got the bolt cutters. Kane going over. Wow, they're struggling here. They're struggling to break into the cage. There we go. They've done it. Door opens. Kane with a big strike. Billy Gunn slams the door on the head of Kane. What did they throw in? A chair. Chair. They've thrown a chair into X-Pac. Daze, what was your reaction when you was told that WWE was scripted? I think I didn't quite believe it at first. I think I was at school. I do remember my cousin telling me. Oh, face first. Kane goes face first into that chair. In all fairness, these moves shouldn't have too much of an impact because he is wearing a mask, you know? Handcuffs. Now he's got some handcuffs. Yeah, for me, it was a gradual thing. It wasn't, I just got told and it was like a moment. It was more like I got told, didn't quite believe it, watched it, still wasn't sure. Maybe went back, had some more conversations, watched a little bit more, still wasn't sure. I remember it being more of a gradual process rather than a light bulb moment, if you will. Right, Kane is handcuffed here to the ropes. Chair shot by X-Pac. Kane goes down. So X-Pac now surely is just going to win this. Oh, or is he? Tori getting in. Tori jumps into the ring. She stops X-Pac. Did he spit in her face? Ah! X Factor to Tori. I think he just spat in her face. I don't know how Kane is going to get out of these cuffs. Is he going to manage to break them or something? I can't remember what happens in this match. Right. X-Pac slowly starting to climb. Jerry, there's no way of hiding it anymore. Even WWE show you behind the scenes on the network and everything. So I think the cat is very much out of the bag. Oh. So Kane is outside the ring, but he can't win that way. X-Pac, I believe, can, but Kane can't. That's the rules. Tori is still down. Kane is going up top. He's going all the way up top. I don't remember this. What is he doing? Kane is on top of the cage. He's not Jimmy Superfly. Oh, he comes crashing down from the top of the cage. I do not remember that. Kane coming crashing down onto X-Pac. That was awesome. Tombstone. I mean, done. 2, 3. Kane wins it. Kane wins it. I mean, I gotta be honest, it was a bit of a nothing match for the majority of it, but as soon as we got towards the end, where you've got the New Age Outlaws coming down and Tori getting involved, and things started to get quite interesting, but man, that was cool. That was cool. Off the top. What was your reaction when Kane debuted at Bad Blood? Well, I think the same as everyone else. Just excitement. We knew that he was on his way. There'd been, lots of hype and talk, and we knew he was coming. But to actually see him, it's a great moment. If ever Wrestling Escape Pod get round to doing most shocking moments, that will be in it. The arrival of Kane. Days, if Taker won a title today, what title should he win? Doesn't Taker need the IC title to be like a Grand Slam champ? If the story was the right story, that could be interesting. I don't think Taker's won a mid-card title, has he? I don't think he's won the US title or the IC title. Jericho. Who hasn't been with the company that long. I think he debuts August in 99. Kane has the greatest debut of all time, says Austin316. Gargano was in the crowd as a kid at Kane's debut. I did not know that. I did not know that. Sheila, unfortunately not anymore because of the changes to YouTube. We have to be quite careful with all of that stuff. So just a little video package right now. As we build towards China versus Chris Jericho. Isn't it crazy how during this time women's matches were what we saw, where it's women competing in a pool, right? That's how the women's championship changes hands. But in the same breath, you've got intergender matches. You've got China with the Intercontinental Championship. That is how big a deal China was. Yeah, 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 yeah. Break the walls down. I miss that music, man. Jericho versus China. How about this for a match? How about this? Could you see Taker win in 24? No. No, Taker wouldn't care about that. And nor should he. Jericho versus China. China was a beast. I heard the same rumors. Blue Cane is coming. When you say that, what do you mean? Like coming soon as in now? Or do you mean like back in the day there was rumors of a Blue Cane? Because I haven't heard either. I haven't heard of a Blue Cane coming soon or a Blue Cane back in the day. In fact, let me Google it. Blue Cane. Let's see what happens when you Google Blue Cane. What if Kane was blue? No. There's one video from the Sports Entertainer, but I can't see it. Let's click on news. No. Nothing. Nothing in news. A huge WWE star could be retiring. No. Right, China on her way down, and she's got Miss Kitty, and Miss Kitty has found some clothes, which is great. Great news. There is a Blue Cane that's supposed to be on the way in 2020. Baditude era. Right, we're underway. Jericho with blue tights and patterns down the side. Elbow drop by China. And again. Drops the knee. Strikes by China. And again. That channel brings fake news, says Wrestling Days fan. I mean, look. No sites that I trust have reported that story. A quick Google search brings nothing. So, unless they've got some real inside sources. But even then, no one else has picked up on it. No other news sources have spoken about it. So, yeah, I really wouldn't be trusting that news. China and Miss Kitty equal WWF's Xena and Gabrielle. Right, we're on the outside. Jericho and... China getting slammed onto the table. Jericho did not go easy on China around this time. Oh, and a chair. Jericho with a chair. Here we go. Miss Kitty trying to get the chair off Jericho. Drop kick by China. I mean, what I've got to say is this is exactly how it should be. Do you know what I mean? Don't go easy. If she's the Intercontinental Champion, this is what you got to expect. This is exactly what you've got to expect. Oh, into the ring steps. But she is strong enough to deal with this. Did he just give her a kiss? I think he just gave Miss Kitty a kiss, did he? Kicks coming in by Jericho, stomping away. I had trouble with Kane's brother, cocaine, for 5 years. I have heard that he is very addictive. Here we go. Jericho trying to get back into the ring. Jericho off the top comes crashing down. Chyna, though, catching Jericho quite low. Look at that. Look at that. Cartwheel, backflip into a back elbow, into a DDT. Lovely work by Chyna. Shoulder up by Jericho. Killer Sasuke says, Days, I remember when I was scared of Kane. I was scared my room would turn red and he would appear. Yes. Oh, Chyna tied up in the ropes. Another spot that you don't see so much anymore. I can't remember the last time someone got caught in the ropes. Isn't it funny to go back and look at some of these moments? Chyna is caught in the ropes right now whilst Jericho goes against... Oh! Drop kick into the arm. Chyna does get freed, but damage done. Damage done. Biggest compliment that you can pay Chyna is that she just does not look out of place in this match. She is as tall as Jericho. She's muscular. She's got the power. Jericho is not going easy on her. He slammed her into the commentary table, thrown her all around the ringside area. She's now reversed. Jericho looking for a 3 count, couldn't get it. Jericho gets the ropes. Basement drop kick to the side of the head. Jericho picking up Chyna. He's got a... Oh, slams her down. Days, if you had a wrestling show, who would... Oh, I answered that, dude. I would have Cornette. I think Cornette is very passionate about the fundamentals for wrestling, the integrity of wrestling, and I think you could probably build a good show on that. I think Russo's just wacky. Big chops. Forearm strikes coming in by Jericho. Kicks to the midsection. Chyna always had heart. Great matches with male wrestlers, says Miss Clown 1. Jerry, that's fine. It's something that you saw, and it was good to look into it. Currently, I don't believe it, but at least I can see where it came from. Chyna with a clothesline. Down goes Jericho. If WWE was to debut a new Kane, Dominik Dijakovic should be under the mask, says C Wrestling. What if Glenn Jacobs' dentist returned? That would be fun, actually. Imagine that if they did another gimmick battle royal. You know, like they did at WrestleMania 17. If they did, right, for next year's WrestleMania, if they did a gimmick... Hey, because isn't the next WrestleMania 37? So it would be 20 years, the 20-year anniversary of the gimmick battle royal. So if next year they did another gimmick battle royal, who would be in it? Let me know. Who would you have in it? And of course, they've got to be alive, right? So let's go with people that are alive. I would throw in there Isaac Yankem. I think Kane is too good to go into a gimmick battle royal. So, but I think Isaac Yankem could go into it. But that's an interesting question. Who would you put in? Obviously, Doink is no longer with us. There's quite a few that's no longer with us. It's quite tricky, isn't it, when you think about it? Bulldog by Jericho. I think you got the Wheel of Fun gimmick so over, YouTube nearly exploded. Here we go. Jericho scooping up Chyna, slamming her down. And little jiggle of the hips. Oh! Went for the springboard moonsault, but Chyna getting her knees up. Brother Love, definitely. Brother Love? Was Brother Love not in the first one 20 years ago as well? I'm pretty sure Brother Love was in that. And we saw him, obviously, in the Money in the Bank. So Brother Love's a good shout. He would be in it. Pretty Ricky should be in it. Bring back Curtis Axel as Hulk Hogan. Axel Mania. Kamala at Mania 17 was amazing. I love Kamala. Do you know, you can actually get on eBay right now, you can actually get a Kamala mask that's signed by him. I would like to have his entrance mask, to be honest. You know, the wooden one that he had. I'd love that signed by him. I don't think anyone's making them, though. 1, 2, China. Oh! Pretty Ricky should be in it. Small Steve, says Brandon. Godfather or Papa Shango. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Going for a double underhook. Backslide. 2. No. Oh. Could we get Miss Kitty in an evening gown match? I'm sure she'd be up for it. She was up for it back then. I don't think anything will have changed. Forearm strikes. Maybe we've changed. I have a Kamala mask that was signed by him. What do you mean? Do you mean like his actual like face with the face paint or the entrance mask? Because I know you can get like his face with the face paint on that's signed by him, which still looks cool. I'd get that and put it on like the shelf. My bits and bobs shelf that I've got up there, a signed Kamala mask. So I have been looking at that on eBay. Because I love Kamala. Genuinely love Kamala. He was one of my favourites when I was young. Nice little roll-up. It's a really good match, this. I've got to say, this might be my favourite match so far. We're talking about other things, but I am watching this. Jericho trying to get the walls on China, and he does get the walls. Jericho has got the walls on China. China, you can see, is screaming in pain. Miss Kitty's gone over to see if she can help. Oh. Is she going to get to the ropes? He's dragging her back to the center. Man, how many times would we have seen China? We would have seen China loads on WWE if she obviously hadn't passed away. She taps. China taps. She just could not get out the walls. She's tapping. Tippity tap him. Tappity tap tap. Coaster says, we should be watching Total Divas. We need to finish the season. How did it not make the poll? Moda made it, so I was filming when the voting happened. It was sabotage. Well, it did only just miss out on going into the poll. Jericho, victorious. Days, Carol Baskin. Yeah, Carol Baskin. So, China losing the IC title to Jericho. I miss China. John Tenter on WCW with the sparkly Selma Stormtrooper helmet falling through the wall. Yes, the Shock Master. Yes, Killer Sasuke. Right, so Jericho victorious. Best match for me so far was this Jericho China match. Just lots of reversals. They really went hard at each other. Hard hitting on the outside. Some good action in ring. Jericho victorious. Miss Kitty and China looking on. Dejected, and he's already backstage. Look, talking to Michael Cole. Did he call him Mitchell? Did he just call him Mitchell? Here we go. Promo. Jericho promo. There we go. He says, now the title held by a China says, I was the better wrestler last month. You're the better wrestler tonight. She puts her hand out. And shake hands. And she walks away. Class. Respect. Respect between China and Jericho. Call Ralph. 305 9. Oh, someone's put a number up on a sign. I wonder if they still get phone calls. Right, well, we've no time to focus on that, my friends. We've got to move on to match number 7. Rock and Sock. Rock and Sock Connection versus New Age Outlaws. So, Mankind in the ring. Gonna see The Rock in a minute, my friends. So, this is for the WWF Tag Team Championships. The New Age Outlaws are the champs. And here comes The Rock. Look at The Rock walking out with all that military stuff around him. It looks awesome. Huge, huge reaction for The Rock. The Rock is here. He even called himself Le Champion back then. Days we could have had Triple H and, Hunter Hearst Helmsley coming down would be excellent. That would be fun, yes. I used to really get into Mankind. Maybe that's why I want more of The Fiend. Mankind could take pain and it not bother him. That's probably my favourite aspect of The Fiend. I did like that. I like the fact that they explained how he's able to do that. He said that he taught himself. He went away, taught himself to not feel that pain anymore when he goes to that dark place. When that darkness consumes him, he's taught himself to not feel that pain. So here we go. We got The Rock. We got Mankind. You didn't know? Here we go. Look, we've got New Age Outlaws, the tag team champs on the way. And for me, my favorite version of the tag team titles. It's crazy that they were still using these belts during the Attitude Era. You would have thought they would have changed. Because those belts don't represent attitude to me. But I do love them. They are still my favorite. They're just so iconic. Days, I'm thinking of doing old pay-per-views, but not a watch-along, because I'm a young YouTuber, so I'm going to do the matches on 2K20. Do you have any suggestions for what pay-per-views to do? My suggestion would be ask your subscribers and see what they would like, because they're the ones that, you know, you hope will join you, so you want to give them whatever they want to watch, if that makes sense. Okay, here we go. Mankind and Rock. We've got around about an hour left of this show. It's been all right. It's not been my favorite pay-per-view that I've seen, but it's been all right. It's true. It's damn true. CM Punk has had several appearances on SmackDown talk shows and stuff. Yes, he's on WWE Backstage, isn't he? What Mankind do you prefer? That's a tough one, because I like the comedy of this one, but I love the darkness of the first one. I don't know. That's really tough. Maybe the first one. I think there's other wrestlers that could do the comedy stuff. Foley's great at it. And I think it was a nice evolution. So I think they were both great. But I'll go with the first one. Okay, here we go. Side headlock by Mankind. Mankind in there with Road Dogg. Obviously, New Age Outlaws all in DX attire. Mankind in a blue shirt. And sweatpants. Road Dogg just checking. I think he took a shot to the face there. He's just checking that he's still got all his teeth. So we're into the championship matches now. I mean, we've had a European title match. We've had an Intercontinental title match. Now, here we are with the tag team championships on the line. Coming up after this, we have got 2 matches left. There's only 2 matches left. There's only 2 matches left after this. After this, we've got the WWF Championship match. Wow, I didn't know that. There's only 2 matches left. Big Show versus the Big Boss Man. The Big Boss Man gets his opportunity at the WWF Championship. So Big Show versus Big Boss Man. And then in the main event, the big main event, Triple H takes on Mr. McMahon. Triple H versus Mr. McMahon. The main event, no holds barred. Amazing. Looking forward to that. So still an hour left of the show. We've got this tag team match. Then we've got the WWF Championship. And then we've got that big, big main event. Rock has been tagged in. Oh, Mr. Ass. Billy Gunn was just taking off his shirt. He was only halfway, though, and The Rock attacked him. So he's still got his shirt over his head. Rock trying to get a quick pin. Big strikes coming in by The Rock. Mankind getting his foot up. Austin 316, shout out to you. What is Rock and Sock? It's Mankind and The Rock and their tag team. James, I prefer the original. We were just debating that, but I think I've settled on the original. Okay, big strikes in the corner. Road Dogg just having a word with the ref, telling him to back away. Few headbutts coming in by Mick Foley, or Mankind. Goes for a chop. No one there. Couple of quick strikes by the Road Dogg, who's having a little dance around, but it backfires. Mandible claw, but that brings in Billy Gunn. The Rock on the outside now with Mr. Ass. Throwing him into the railing, into the barricade. It's actually barricades at this point. They do have barricades all around the ring. Throws him over the barricade. I think we're going into the crowd. The Rock, the people's champ, going in with the people. How awesome's this? Look, The Rock in amongst the people, in amongst the crowd. They're not straying too far, though. They're still right by the barricade. And up over the top. The Rock and Mankind with the sock puppet. Yes, Mr. Socko. There's my dad once asked Justin Gabriel at work in South Africa if wrestling was fake. And Gabriel replied with, "Would you like me to demonstrate?" Yeah, that's pretty much the standard response that wrestlers will give you. Right, Mr. Ass is pulling at the eyes of The Rock and kicking at the chest of The Rock as well. Big overhands coming in. Overhands coming in by The Rock. The Rock is in there with Mr. Ass. Face first. Overhand right. The Rock gets thrown against the ropes. I think a cheeky little knee to the back there by Road Dogg. Rock still striking away at Billy Gunn, who's in the corner. Got hit so hard. He flips up and now he's lying on top of the ropes in the corner. Couple of elbows and quick strikes. Nice reversal into the corner. Looking for a bulldog by Billy Gunn, and The Rock's down. This is for the tag team titles. It's sad that Nexus allowed Cena to bury them. I don't think they had much choice, to be honest. Cena certainly had a lot more influence backstage than what the Nexus did. Days, why did WWE retire the European Championship? I think they just have like an excess of mid-card titles, and they just decided to cut down on some of them. Didn't it merge? I'll have to look. Let's have a look and see how it ended. In my head, it merged with something. In May 2002, WWF was renamed WWE, and the title was renamed accordingly. Although the belt was not updated to reflect the name change, the title was then unified with the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match on the July 22nd episode of Raw in 2002, when Intercontinental Champion Rob Van Dam beat European Champion Jeff Hardy. So there we go. There was a ladder match on Raw. The IC champ Rob Van Dam faced European champ Jeff Hardy. And Rob Van Dam, when he won, just merged both of the belts, and not been seen since. It was established in 1997, and it was gone by 2002. So it was only around for 5 years. It's only around for 5 years. Good question, though. I had a feeling it merged with something, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what. Rock charging out. Clothesline to Road Dogg. Big right hands coming in. Against the ropes goes Road Dogg. Goes for a clothesline. Kick to the midsection. Low blow by The Rock. What was your favourite Undertaker attire? Probably for me, I'm a fan of the retro look. I'm a fan of the grey. Maybe even Survivor Series, where he had the black gloves and the grey boot coverings. And obviously they change it then to all... In fact, that figure's coming out again. Mattel are releasing an Undertaker with black gloves and grey boot coverings, and I really, really want that, because it's based on his Survivor Series 1990 look. So, and that was his debut. And, yeah, I really, really want that figure. So that's coming out soon, so I'm looking forward to that. So, just because of, like, how special it was, maybe that. I was never a fan of his Ministry of Darkness look. It was too goth for me. It's too gothic. I'm not really into all that gothic vibe. So I was never really a fan of that. Billy Gunn with a headlock on The Rock. Will you ever do a watch-along for No Way Out 2001 when Austin fought Triple H in a 3 Stages of Hell match? If it gets voted for, then we could. we go. The Rock starting to come back now. Get up to his feet. Strikes to Billy Gunn. And again, against the ropes goes The Rock. Duck underneath. Into a DDT. Okay, Rock and Billy Gunn is down. Days, I can't wait for that debut Undertaker. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm not sure when it's out. I don't even know what series it's a part of, actually. Do you know what? Let's look. Let's look. There's some interesting questions being thrown around, and rather just sitting here going, I don't know. I might as well just look, mightn't I? Undertaker Mattel. 2020? Undertaker Mattel 2020. Coming soon figures, maybe. Don't think it's up on that. Let's go to WWE Mattel. I'll have a look. I'll have a quick look and see if I can find the reveals, because there was a whole slideshow that WWE did. In fact, it might be. I might have found it. You can vote at the moment on WWE.com for what Christian figure you want them to make. No, I don't want this video. I don't want a video. Big strikes coming in by Mick Foley. Mankind has got Road Dogg. Pile Driver. No referee, though. No one to make the count. Goes straight over. Tries to pick up the ref. Billy Gunn, though, getting involved. The Rock now jumping into the ring. The Rock has rocked Mr. Ass. Double arm DDT. I'm just looking at all the figures that are on the way. There's some great figures that's coming. Just looking at like a new Becky Lynch basic that's on the way. And there's a great looking Rock as well. There's going to be an Ultimate Edition. It's like a classic Attitude Era Rock with the Attitude Era belt. Al Snow's come down. Al Snow's come down with head. Classy Freddie Blassie. Here we go. No, The Rock pulls the ref out. The Rock interrupts the count. Al Snow is still in the entranceway. Oh, yes, superstar Billy Graham has got a figure coming. And Greg the Hammer Valentine. There's some great figures on the way, man. Some great stuff coming. Oh, I forgot about that Warrior. There's the Warrior in the suit. Warrior, when he was made his final appearance and he was on Raw and he puts the mask on. I forgot that figure's coming out. That's cool, man. Ah, here he is. Found him. Decade of Domination. It's a Walmart exclusive. Decade of Domination. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get that picture and I'm going to get the picture that I just saw, and I'll show you both of them. Here we go. I am back. Here we go. Mankind gets backed into the corner. Road Dogg gets caught on the top. It's just carnage now, this match. It's kind of falling apart a bit for me. Here's that Undertaker. Look. How cool is that Undertaker? So there's the Undertaker figure with cloth jacket and swappable black gloves. His grey boot coverings. I think that looks quite cool. Love the grey necktie thing as well. I don't think we've had that before. Because we did have a grey boot coverings Undertaker in the past, but I don't think it came with that. I don't know why I'm looking, because I can never find the figures I want. But I am looking forward to that. And let me show you the Ultimate Warrior I just found as well. Here we go. There's that Warrior I was telling you about. That's on the way as well. Ultimate Warrior in a suit. Very different, like, you know, just days before he passed. Al Snow back in again. There's going to be a DQ. So, yeah, that Warrior's on the way as well. Very different Ultimate Warrior. Not the best Warrior, but I'm just amazed they're making it. I think it's really cool. Right, I gotta say, I for the amount of talent that was in that match, I did not feel it. Rock bottom by The Rock. It seemed very scrappy, very like it outstayed its welcome, you know? I felt like it was a little... I mean, any match that's going to have The Rock is going to be given a decent amount of time. Apart from WrestleMania 32. Where he has a 7-second match against Rowan. But around this time, you know, the people have come to see the stars, so they're going to give you some action. But yeah, I just didn't like it. Robin says, great figure. Miss Clown 1 says, I've got the entrance great that's got the black gloves. I don't have that. Can you show that Warrior figure? Done. There you go, Scott. I made your dream come true. Have you had the new ice cream bars? I don't think we've got them here in the UK. Okay. So we're just seeing how we got to this match. I think my counting was a little bit off. This is match number 9. So this is Big Boss Man making fun out of the Big Show because his dad has passed away. Welcome to the Attitude Era. I do like this Big Show, though. This version of Big Show. They've got a figure of Big Show in this attire come in as well. It might be out, actually. I'm not sure. Big Show pushing a dumpster on top of a car. It's pretty cool. So this is a very... Oh, my God. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? The funeral. Big Show's father's funeral. And Big Boss Man shows up. Oh. I need this as a playset. If Mattel are watching, can we have Big Show's dad's funeral's playset? Look at that. Chaining up the casket, tying it to that police car. Big Show jumping onto the casket as it's being dragged away. Wow, I totally forgot all the build on this. There may be something Retro Taker related in the bits I have. I've heard about the bits you've got. What? Here we go, look. Boss Man with Prince Albert. put tear gas into one of the locker rooms. So just constantly attacking Big Show. I got to say, I think the Big Boss Man, you know, he was competing for the WWF Championship when he was a heel. I remember he was having matches against Hulk Hogan when Hogan was champion. That was like back in the 80s. So the fact that he's getting a WWF Championship. So I mean, it's just they went so far with the build to this. Just seeing Boss Man with Big Show's mob. Do you know what I mean? What's your favorite alternative ego in wrestling of all time? Alternative ego. I don't know. Let's throw that out to the community. It's a good question. I should imagine everyone's going to say Fiend. But what's everyone's favorite alternative ego? I mean, obviously you think of Foley, and you think of Mankind and Dude Love and Cactus Jack. Does that work? Oh, well, I suppose it does, doesn't it? Because there was times where he was changing between them. Who else has there been? There's been Fiend. Who else has had an alternative ego? Hogan? Hogan and Mr. America? Would you say that was an alternative ego? Owen Hart and Blue Blazer? Owen Hart and Blue Blazer, I think, would count, wouldn't it? So, who's my daddy? Your daddy could be any one of these stinking morons. So, Big Boss Man finding proof that Big Show's dad wasn't the person that he thought. And here comes Big Show. Demon Balor, yes, I totally forgot. I totally forgot about Demon Balor. Well done. I forgot about Demon Balor. Don't ask me how, but I did. Here comes Big Show running down to the ring. You know, he desperately wants to get his hands on Big Boss Man here. I don't think Boss Man's necessarily thought all of this through. It's got him into the match, but I don't think this match is going to go very well for him. This is an angry Big Show. Oh, Big Show colliding into the Boss Man. Here you go. Picks up Boss Man, hurls him across the ring. Festus. Brian says, I think this is a quick match. Wow, how long have we got left? We've still got the main event to come. We've still got 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I meant there is a retro taker item for the gifts I have for you. Got you, my friend. Shout out to you, Miss Clown One. Shout out to you. Well, here we go. Choke slam. Oh, Prince Albert. Prince Albert goes through the commentary table. Big Boss Man charges into Big Show with the ring steps. Boss Man with the ring steps, and he's getting a little bit sexy. He's got the shirt open here. Hello. The Big Boss Man. Yeah. Call me the Boss Man. I think I've seen too much boobage. I think that's what's gone wrong. Honestly. think it's starting to mess with my head now. I'm starting to see the boss man starting to show a little bit of chest. And I'm starting to go, yeah. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, don't forget I've had to sit through The Godfather and Val Venus and the ladies and Jerry Lawler's commentary. I think it's starting to affect me. J14 says, I want the Decade of Domination figure. Monica King says, I miss Big Show with hair. I think Big Show misses Big Show with hair as well. I think Big Show agrees with you. Right, Big Show put back into the ring. There's been too much chest tonight. There has been an overload of chestage. Puppies, says Rated R Mania. Yes. Big Boss Man's puppies. That's what we've got on show right now. Jerry Lawler doesn't seem as excited. Gets the ropes, goes Boss Man kick to the face by the Big Show. Big Show looking for a choke slam. Has got Big Boss Man up and plants him down. 1, 2. Wow, done. Brian, you were right. Done. Thanks for participating, Big Boss Man. Big Boss Man versus Big Show was not the big encounter we were hoping for. Coaster Maniac says never enough boobage. Well, you've got a little bit more now. There's the UFC guy. Look, the UFC guy showing a bit of boobage as well. They might as well rename this show Puppies. No holds barred. Here we go. Main event time. Main event time. Gotta tell you, we've got to this main event quite quick. I think that's the benefit of having quick little matches like what we've had. We've had quite a lot of matches tonight in a short space of time. I mean, we've done, what time are we on? 2 hours, 8 minutes, and we're at match number 10. Oh, was that Linda? Did we just get a Linda sighting? I need to pay more attention. Triple H says at Armageddon, it's going to be me and you. It's going to get personal. Vince running backstage. This is, look at the build for this. Cars, look at him drive. Vince driving a car into a car. Smashing into the DX limo. In my mind, that's how Vince always drives whenever Vince goes anywhere. Ah! Just when he's so pumped all the time, even if he goes to the shops. Ah! Vince getting arrested. You deserve it. You deserve it. And here we go, look, Triple H starting to fire some shots on Vince backstage. Vince with a chair. Who would have known that they would have become BFFs? McMahon hurling Triple H off the stage. Vince in a police car. If you get within 50 feet, you will be arrested. Here we go. Look, the Stephanie's wedding. It's a test. There we go. Triple H in the car. And there's Steph. I mean, it doesn't matter that she's unconscious, you know? Yeah, I'll marry her. No problem. Well, she's just sleeping, but she definitely agrees, yeah? She definitely says, I do. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can't see any problems here. Let's get her married. Let's get her married. Look, she wrote this down before she passed out. I definitely want to get married to Triple H. Lots of love. Triple H scribbled out Stephanie McMahon. Well, that seems legit to me. That seems legit to me. I think they're just going to show us this video package for like 20 minutes, and that's fine. This is like a greatest hits of the Attitude Era right now. The Kangol hat as well that he's got on backwards. You love to see it, don't you? Chair shot to the head. Chair shot to the head. Blood all down the face. Vince. This will get personal. Well, it is personal. There's no two ways about that. It already is. Right. No holds barred. Here's Steph. Very young Steph. Where's her music? Smiling grace, you're never gonna look down at my face. And then but the kingdom, but the queen bowed down, and a bit with the crown. She's getting in the front row. Oh my God, she's gonna be green shirt guy. Green shirt guy. Oh, why wasn't she wearing a green shirt? Proper ruin this. This would have been the greatest pay-per-view ever. If when she got there, she took her jacket off, just took off her pink top, and she was wearing a green shirt with a smiley face. Ah. Oh. Right, here we go. Triple H, the game. It's my time. Down. My time. He's got his sledgehammer. He's got his water. Stephanie in the front row. I'm really... This is... I got to tell you, when I look to see what matches were on this obviously jumps out. Mr. McMahon against Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. This, for me, is what tonight is all about. This is why I was looking forward to this show. It's a match... I've seen it once. I will have seen this pay-per-view when it happened in 99. I don't remember much from it. It's quite nice to go back and watch it again because there's loads I don't remember. And I do not remember this. Stephanie staring at Triple H. Triple H gets into the ring. See you later, Luca. Thank you for joining us. Chalmers says, we always needed a pink top girl. Well, that's what we've got. Why didn't she marry Green Shirt Guy? We could have had Green Shirt Guy running the company. Green Shirt Guy could be booking NXT right now. Green Shirt Guy marries Pink Top Girl. It's the love story that we all want. No chance. That's what you've got. Go on. Steph having a little look to see if she can see her dad. Is he going to come from behind? Everyone's looking at the entrance. Oh no, he's walking down. Here he comes, the WWF chairman. Steph applaud him. Triple H saying, come on. No chance at all. Triple H's got his sledge. Look at this. Triple H with his sledgehammer. This is cool, man. I'm really looking forward to this. I like Triple H's current music. This one, not so much. Yeah, this was my least favourite of his music. Well, I don't know. His Hunter Hearst Helmsley music sucked. No chance. So Triple H is backed into one corner, and wow, we're underway. Mr. McMahon had a handful of what I'm guessing is chalk. It's either that or cocaine. Throws it into the face of Triple H. And we are underway. Don't expect a wrestling match. Overhand right. And again, strikes to the body, strikes to the head, and he's jumped Triple H. Just brawling, firing some shots in. Ooh. Some nice strikes by Mr. McMahon here, you know. Round the side of the head. And again. A few slaps coming in. Down goes Triple H. Steph likes what she sees. It's always exciting when your father beats up your husband. I mean, not that I know that, but, I mean, it's just a bit weird seeing her celebrate. Go on, Dad. Beat up my husband. Low blow. No holds barred, not even the low blow illegal ones. To the outside they go. Triple H outside the ring. Mr. McMahon has grabbed him, slams him into the top of the commentary table. Jerry Lawler says, watch yourself, JR. Here we go. Knee to the midsection. Mr. McMahon reversed. Ooh, into the ring steps goes Triple H. Into the ring steps. So Triple H can't quite get momentum going here. JR just said, I would like to see wrestling hold applied, and it made me think of C wrestling. A wheelchair? Triple H's in a wheelchair? Where did the wheelchair come from? Whose wheelchair's that? Here we go. They're proper in with the crowd. Imagine that. Imagine being in the crowd and Vince McMahon jumps into that. I'd lose my mind. Here we go. Look, they're... Oh, I'd be like, Vince, I know you're in the middle of a match, but could you sign this for me? And he'd be like, is that your nipple? And I'd be like, yes. Can you sign it? And then I'm going to get it tattooed. Thank you. Right, we're in an area where the lighting is very poor. We're over by some shutters. Can't really see what's going on. They're fighting in the shadows. They're wrestling with shadows. Yeah, where is Vince? Triple H grabbing Vince. They're still in with the crowd. There's like drinks being thrown and everything. Loads of bits being chucked at these guys. Face first into some railings. Big right hand by Triple H. And again. They're making their way back to the ring. Steph trying to see what's going on. Big strikes coming in by Triple H. We've got just over 20 odd minutes. We've got about 25 minutes left. James says this match fight is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's good. They're not holding back on each other. They're really unloading. Triple H is back into this now. Here we go. Triple H charging at Vince. Vince, back body drop to Triple H, and they're back to the ringside area. There's one of the, I'm guessing he's a member of security, but he's got a Kangol hat on as well. It was all the rage, wasn't it? Triple H was wearing them. That guy in the crowd who I think works for them was wearing them. Seemed to recall Samuel L. Jackson always wore them as well. He probably still does. I don't know. Here comes Mick Foley with a trolley full of weapons. Mankind. Well, it's Mick Foley. He doesn't have the mask on. He's like, here you go, Mr. McMahon. Use them. What's he going for? He's gone for that's the worst weapon. Out of a whole trolley of weapons, he goes for the trash can lid. Everyone knows that's made of, like, cardboard. It's just like, just wobble with it. It's a wobble board. That's the worst weapon. He could have got a crutch. He could have got a wooden plank. God, no wonder Vince doesn't wrestle. If you've got decision making like that, it explains why we get such awful creative. Yeah, look at all the things he had to choose from. He literally went for the worst thing. Over the head of Triple H. It makes a nice sound. I'll give it that. It makes a satisfying thud. You see what Vince is thinking here. He's not thinking, I need to win this match. He's thinking showmanship. That's what he's thinking. He's thinking, this is going to make a really nice noise. There we go. Look, Steph. Steph liking what she was seeing. Vince, though, having to go back for another weapon because he's put dents in that lid already. There's trash cans. There's wet floor signs. Vince has gone for the trash can. It's okay. Little better. This is awesome, says John. Sonny says, ooh, weapons. Bosh! Right on the head. Oof. And again, right in front of Steph. Right in front of Steph, and he's going for a third. Bang! And he does. Triple H goes right over. He's right at the feet of Steph here. How did that feel? Go on, Dad. Kick his butt. Hard words from Stephanie. Hard words. This is the Attitude Era right here. Go on, Dad. Kick his butt. Yeah, Dad. Give him what for, Dad? Vince has got a crutch. Now things are getting good. Choke him! Ooh, Vince goes head first into the ring steps. Face first into the ring steps. Ashton, shout out to you, my friend. Monica King, shout out to you also. Ooh! A crutch in the crotch. That's what Vince just got. A crutch in the crotch. Whew. It's not going to be a good night for Linda following that, is it? Little Vince out of action following the crutch in the crotch. Devastating. The most devastating move in all of wrestling. So Vince down. Triple H has grabbed a sign. Oh! Not the best weapon. What we're going for now, some chain. Here we go. We're going for some chain. Where is Linda? Where is Linda? I don't know, actually. Strikes to the head. Chain wrap. I like that weapon. That's a good weapon. Bang. Nice. Remember when the pedigree was a pile driver, but then he did it to someone and broke their neck? Now it's more like a DDT. Yes. Here we go. Triple H with Vince trying to slam into the barricade in the entranceway. Vince grabbing what looks to be a stick. Breaks it across the back of Triple H. It snaps in half. Now he grabs the sign across the back of the head. Triple H, they're going to the staging area. What if Linda had showed her puppies? Well, I would have fainted. I would have fainted and there wouldn't have been a stream. It just would have been 2 hours of me just passed out. Like that. And occasionally I might have come round and then I would have remembered and then I would have fainted again. Here we go. Look, they're fighting right by this helicopter. Right by the helicopter. Right by the entranceway. Vince is down. There's a look of concern. Oh, he sandbagged him. Bang. With an actual sandbag. Amazing. Where's he taking him to? Slams him on top of that chest. There's been a lot of chests tonight. That's probably the classiest one that we've seen. Although saying that, Big Boss Man had a classy chest. Face first on top of that chest, that trunk, whatever you want to call it. Confirmed, Days loves Linda. We had AOL message boards back then as well. Well, look, time is ticking away, my friends. The time is ticking away. We've got less than 20 minutes of this pay-per-view left. This is our main event. Triple H ramming that shopping trolley into Vince McMahon. That's probably the first time Vince McMahon has ever seen a shopping trolley. That he can't believe. He's like, no, no. I can't believe one touched me. Vince has never been to Walmart in his life. He doesn't even know what Walmart is. Straight to the head by a trash can. Pure guts for the love of his daughter, says JR. Triple H with a 2x4. Triple H has gone Hacksaw Jim Duggan on us. Ah! Vince with a bin, bopping it on the head here of Triple H. He's bopping him back to the ring. Bop, 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 bop. Pops it on his head. Big right hand. Triple H goes down. Steph likes this. She's loving it. Right, Triple H down by the ring. Oh, he's got a wrench. He's got a wrench. That's a great weapon. So, Triple H managing to block it. Big right hand. They're going the wrong way again. They're still fighting in this entranceway. Face first into the helicopter. JR says, I don't think helicopters were quite designed for this kind of action. What, having a billionaire's head smacked into them? Probably not. Ah! Nice! With that machine gun, he spins it round. Bang! Smacks Vince in the head with a gun. A gun! Son of a gun. I don't think guns were designed to be used that way. Oh, man. Oh, it was nasty. He got clotheslined by a gun. A freaking gun. Do you remember that time when Vince got clotheslined by a gun? What? Now you have to say yes. Now you have to say yes. Here we go. Steph is a great... Oh, Triple H goes into the side of the helicopter. This is madness. I'm loving that they're fighting round here. Ah! McMahon just managed to pull down one of the flaps at the back of the helicopter. Smack Triple H right in the face. Triple H got smacked in the face by a flap. Unbelievable. Look at the scenes. Big boot. Triple H goes into the railing. Oh, the railing falls over. So does Triple H. That was cool, man. You could play Benny Hill music over the top of some of this. Right, big strike by Triple H. A smoking gun. Yes. Right, into some trunks. Falls count anywhere. We've left the helicopter. We've left the gun. Sonny says a helicopter death match. It's exactly what we're seeing. He's hit the door so hard the shutter's actually rising up. You lift me up. Jerry Lawler's not having it. Jerry Lawler's like, nah, someone's raising that door. I don't know why. Why has he just no sold that? I don't understand. No, someone's definitely raising it. Vince on top of this car. They love wrecking cars, don't they? Elbow drop on top of this vehicle. Can you do more toy hunts? We will. As soon as the shops reopen, then yes, it is on the to-do list. I gotta say, Steph does a very good job of looking concerned. I think that, you know, there's something to be said that she should be in the crowds at the moment for Raw and SmackDown because she's a very good reactor. Very good reactor. Do you think the best reactors are called nuclear reactors? That's what they should be called. I'm a reactor. We do these watch-alongs and, you know, we react to things. I wonder if that makes me a nuclear reactor. Wrestling Days, YouTube's nuclear reactor. Oh, I like that. We might keep that. Anyway, we're outside with Vince. We're just having a walk around with Vince. See all the production trucks. He's looking for Triple H. Some lovely cars. Well, we are at the National Car Rental Arena. So if you want to rent any of these vehicles, you can do. Lovely stretch limo. Might rent that next time I'm in Florida. He's looking for Triple H, but I don't know where Triple H has gone. Has he vanished? What's happening? This used to be a wrestling match. Now it's a faff around. If you see him, call me. This has turned into Where's Wally? Where's Waldo? Oh, hello, there's a car racing. Oh, it's great. Oh, I don't want to rent that one. I don't want to rent that one. He's totaled it. Scraped it along the side. I wonder how much they had to spend on vehicles. Triple H was trying to run over Vince. Here we go. Into the back of the car. Slams him into the back windscreen. The windshield. Comes crashing down. Forearm strike. We're outside of the arena. Oh. Face first on the trunk. That Vince just getting out of the way. Ashton says, I can't wait for NXT TakeOver. Same. It's going to be a fun Sunday. I'm looking forward to SmackDown tomorrow. Looking forward to UFC 250. I'm looking forward to NXT. I'm looking forward to Raw. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up. Face first into that vehicle. Into the limo. Oh, look at this. Into this big truck, an 18-wheeler. Into the back. They're just throwing each other into so many vehicles. Triple H getting on top of this limo. You can see loads of people standing outside watching this action. Look. How cool is that? On top of the limo. Triple H picks up, slams down. Vince on top of the limo, drops an elbow. Saw a rumor that In Your House could become a regular pay-per-view again. Once a year would be cool. If as long as it has a good theme, I really want it to be full on 90s. I want them to have fun with the superstar phone in and do things like that. Do you want to go back in and see her? Throws him into the side of another vehicle. So looks like they're going back to the ringside area. I think the women's three-way match could steal the show this Sunday. Did you see that water bottle just fly down at the ref? I did see it. I didn't know where it came from. Was it? Do you reckon it was from someone in the that threw it? That's outside. Oh, into a vending machine. Vince face first into a vending machine. Triple H leading Vince back to the ringside area. Triple H in complete control here. Yeah, McMahon is in trouble. Less than 10 minutes now. Less than 10 minutes left of this show. Face first goes Triple H. Apparently, Ciampa said fans won't be disappointed when it comes to the stage. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm so hyped. Here we go. Strike to the midsection by Vince using, I don't know what it was. Is it a lead pipe? Looks like a steel pipe to the midsection. Ooh, man, that was close to his head. Triple H is climbing up some scaffolding. He's climbing up the entranceway. The tower that seems to hold up the Titantron, is it? Triple H. And Vince is going up after him. Triple H kicking Vince in the head. These two climbing up. I don't know what's at the top. I don't know where he's going. Are they just going to the top and that's it? I don't think there's anywhere to go. Yeah, they're at the top of this tower. 20-odd foot. Bigger than that. Oh, Vince goes. Vince takes the bump. It's not quite Shane's SummerSlam moment. But Vince takes that big bump. They were pasting the fans near where Triple H crashed the car. Someone had to have been in the parking lot that threw the bottle. Here we go. Triple H making his way down. Chalmers says, this isn't that bad of a match. Again, look. Oh, blood. There's blood. We've got some colour. Vince has been busted open. Oh, that was a headshot. Smacks him on the head with that water carrier. If he wasn't bleeding before, is damn sure bleeding now. Okay, Triple H is back at ringside. We have fought everywhere. They've gone all in the crowd. They've gone all around the entranceway. We've gone outside the arena. And now Triple H has grabbed a microphone. How does it feel watching your daddy getting his ass kicked? She says, I hate you. Look at the blood. Look at the blood on Vince. You'll never have to ask who's your daddy because daddy is standing right in front of you here. Cheeky. Triple H says he does have balls the size of grapefruits. Does he ever stay down? Goes over, wallops Vince. Vince does go down. Oof. Smacks him with the microphone. Vince with blood all down his face. Triple H dragging Vince over to where Steph is. Look, Steph's starting to get upset now. Steph says, love you, Daddy. Tell him goodbye. He just keeps saying, tell him goodbye. Man, this is demonic. Demonic Triple H. So, Vince is down. Triple H has got a pipe. He throws the pipe away. The ref saying, look, this is too much. Steph getting upset. Oh, he wants his sledgehammer. He's going to go for the sledgehammer. This is quite... It's a good ending, this. It's a good ending. About 4 minutes left. About 4 minutes left, but it's quite intriguing. Vince is down in the ring with blood all over his face. Triple H is in the ring with his sledgehammer. Steph's in the front row in tears. She's screaming out. Oh! He was about to hit him with that sledgehammer, but a low blow by Vince. Low blow by Vince. Lead pipe to the midsection. Across the back of the head. Here we go. Steph applaud him. Vince with a steel pipe. Triple H cowering in the corner. He picks up the sledgehammer. Vince with the sledgehammer. Vince has got the sledgehammer. Triple H in the corner. Vince with the sledgehammer. Stephanie jumps over. Stephanie pleading. She says, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Me. Why is she gesturing so much? Me. Let me do it. I want to do it. She can't do it. Oh! Triple H smacks Vince in the midsection. One, two, three. Triple H wins. Steph looks distraught. She runs over, checks on her dad. $53. He's 53 here. What Vince just did there, he was 53. Amazing. How many more minutes till it ends? Oh, not many. 2 minutes. Triple H with the sledgehammer behind Steph. Steph turns around, sees Triple H. Gets up to her feet. How's this going to play out, guys? How's this going to play out? Smile on her face. They embrace. Triple H and Steph hug in the ring. For the love of God, says JR. What is this? This is the McMahon-Helmsley era beginning. Vince isn't even aware. Big smile on her face. That was cool. That was cool. Diz, shout out to you. There we go. Steph leaving with Triple H. JR can't find the words. I'm shocked. Ooh, kissy, kissy, kissy. The ref has had drinks thrown at him and has been getting pushed around by Triple H this whole match. Yeah, sucks to be the ref. Vince McMahon unconscious. Steph and Triple H embrace. It's a big moment. It's a moment that we have seen quite a few times in video packages. Just the end of that. Good moment, though, isn't it? It's a really good moment. The match is good. It's just a brawl and a beatdown and, you know, fair play. Fair play. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's not a technical masterpiece. It's just a street fight, but nowhere near the level of what we would see between Foley and... Actually, that's quite interesting because isn't the next pay-per-view Royal Rumble 2000 that we watched the other week? And that is another street fight. Triple H and Mick Foley are in that, aren't they? I didn't even put that together. I think that this might be the pay-per-view before Royal Rumble 2000. And then we did the watch-along for that just a few weeks ago. Well, I probably should start trying to put all of these watch-alongs in some kind of an order. You know what I mean? Like have a playlist where they're just all in order. How interesting. How interesting. So, there we go. Get your scores in. Get your scores in. What did you think of this show? I thought there was a few matches there that dragged, if I'm being honest. I thought the Battle Royal was quite good. There was a lot of big names in that. I thought the end was a bit confusing, though. I wasn't too sure about that. Kurt Angle, Steve Blackman, I thought was okay. The evening gown match was what it was. Hollies against Rikishi and VISCERA was okay. Triple threat match for the European Championship was okay. Kane and X-Pac was all right, towards the end. Jericho China match of the night. No doubt about that. Jericho China is the best match on this show. The Rock and Sock and New Age Outlaws just went too long for me. And just I wasn't hooked by it at all. One of my least favorite matches, that one, but not the worst match. I just think it's because my expectations were so high. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the talent in that match, I expected more. Big Show, Big Boss Man. It's a couple of minutes long. There's nothing to it. And then Triple H, Mr. McMahon is obviously the big match here, and they fought all over the place. I think I got to say, in-ring wise, not the best. For me, there's one good match. Main event is worth watching. OMG shock moment at the end. I've got to say, I'm struggling to get above a 6 here, I think. I'm struggling to get above a 6. I can see there's a few people with 7s. I'll go... I don't even think that's an average show. I would want more good matches. Do you know what I mean? One good match and that main event. Oh, I don't know. Does that make an average show? Are we going to say that? I mean, the entranceway deserves some praise as well, doesn't it? Let's say that's average. That is an average show. 6.5. It's an average show. You get a nice moment, a good main event, lots of action, pretty average matches. One decent match with Jericho China, but I got to say, it needed much more than that. So I'll go 6.5. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with 6.5. But an easy watch. Not a bad watch at all. It's not a show that I think is like a real chore to sit through. What I like about it is the matches are quite snappy. Do you know what I mean? They don't outstay their welcome. I mean, we got a lot of matches in there, so... Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let me just jump into the comments before we wrap up. The evening gown match. Don't lie. You couldn't take your eyes off the screen. Oh, no, I didn't stop looking. I was the first to notice that it was blurred out. Let's not make any mistake about that. So, no. But then, it's very important because I am a journalist. I'm not a journalist, but I'm going to say that I am. For research purposes, I had to watch. Yeah. 10 out of 10 for boobage, says John, but the show, 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10 says Jerry, but 10 out of 10 for boobage. I didn't know that we were rating the boobage as a separate thing. Well, there we go. Seems like people are. Coaster Maniacs says, shock the system. Can't wait for NXT in your house. It's going to be so hard to do the predictions, but I'm going to try and study up for NXT. So I will see you guys in an hour. I give this 8 out of 10.
Coaster Maniacs is a legend.
Jody says, I am
They
disappointed.
donated $50 via Super Chat. Shock the system. Can't wait for NXT in your house. Gonna be hard to do predictions, but I'm gonna try to study up on my NXT. See you guys in an hour. 8/10 BTW.
And Jody says, hello, I'm here. I'm feeling much better. Doctor put me on some very strong meds, so I'm a little loopy. Maybe a lot loopy. I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Well, in all fairness, Jody, you're pretty loopy anyway. So I should imagine that an extra loopy you is just next level loopiness. You know what I mean? You could have your own breakfast cereal. You're that loopy. So shout out to Jody. I'm pleased that you've got the medication that you need and everything is good, my friend. So shout out to you. Don't forget the other super chats. Was there? I didn't even see the Calling Corner one that had snuck in. Shout out to Calling Corner. Says, hi, Days. Luca Green would like a shout out. Well, shout out to Luca Green. Shout out, Luca Green. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Shout out, of course, to C Wrestling for recommending this show. We all know why he recommended this show. That became obvious when I did my research, when I was looking into it. And I did say to myself, you bugger. You bugger. There's boobage in this. And that's why you've recommended it. But yeah, not a bad show. Not a bad show. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to J14. Shout out to Coaster Maniacs as well. Such kind support. Shout out to Jody. Shout out to all of you that have been joining us this evening. Nice little watch along. Hope you all enjoyed it. I think we are pretty much done. We are at the end of the show. Got your thoughts. Great that so many of you could join us for this. And as we said, you know, it's a pretty busy schedule coming up as well. We got SmackDown tomorrow, UFC 250. Huge. Those numbered shows are massive. So, make sure to join us for that. And then, of course, NXT on Sunday. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you're joining us. We've got all of that to come. On Sunday as well, we'll probably do a quick little stream over on the Wrestling Escape Pod channel to try and figure out what we're watching next Thursday. We will do another watch along on Thursday. We are probably getting towards the end of the extra watch alongs. I'm not too sure. I really do want to start to have a look at bringing back some more videos rather than streams to the channel, which means I'm going to need time to be able to do that. So Thursday would seem like a good day to be able to do that. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We might be sneaking towards the end of the watch-alongs, but certainly not for next week. Certainly not for next week. So we do have another one coming up. And that is that. That is it. Thank you so much for joining us. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are safe. I hope you are happy. I hope you are healthy. And hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.